The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 240 of a daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Nomad Playing cards from Theory11. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. Here we have the Nomad Playing cards in a matte black finish tuck box. Might be hard to see, but it is a matte finish tuck box. But on the front, you got a bunch of glossy and gold like foiling all over the front of here. So you got like this nice elegant kind of like design here. You got those like bluish gray kind of like glossy like accents all over the duck box. Then you got this big like kind of like oval kind of shape in that gold foiling. And then you got some other little designs, some little flowers going across, and a little circle design, little crossed keys on either side there. And it is embossed, so you can feel like the texture of the front of the tuck box. On the side, it says luxury playing cards produced by Theory11, designed by Chad Michael. More like foiling and more texturing. Same design on the other side, and this says luxury playing cards crafted in the United States for the Nomad Hotel NYC. On the bottom, you got the Theory11 logo, barcode, and produced and distributed by Theory11, Las Vegas, Nevada. And it's in that gold foiling. You got the gold foiling all there on the bottom. And you can start to see that matte black finish behind it there. On the back of the tuck box, you can see more of that matte finish, with more of that grayish blue gloss and the gold foiling, making a little border around. And it says Made in the United States by Theory11, Nomad, established in New York. Trademark luxury playing cards, and the Nomad little logo down there. And for the seal, you got a more of a little bit of a longer style rectangle, a long rectangle, and it kind of looks like that old style kind of like paper, almost like an old kind of paper. It's hard to explain for me. It's hard to explain what it looks like, but it reminds me of like old kind of like old timey kind of paper. And then you got two little circles on it, and they say the seal of the state of New York, founded 1624. Then you got a little like eagle there and some like people there. And on the bottom one it says north of Madison Square Garden. Oh, I guess north of Madison Square. And it says 1170 Broadway. Then you got the Nomad logo there. And on the inner tuck flap, you got US and NYC. Then you got some like a different language there. And it says the Nomad Hotel, 311. Then you got some like thorns there with a crown in the middle. And then on the inner tuck flaps, you got first you have the Theory11 logo, and then you got the Chad Michael logo there. And then if we take the cards out of the box, on the inside of the tuck box, it is fully custom. You got that Nomad logo there inside a little square pattern, and that goes all the way throughout the inside of the tuck box. It might be a little bit hard to see in the lighting, but you can kind of see it shining there at the bottom. It's always nice to see custom interiors of the tuck box, knowing they add a little bit more detail to that. And now that we took a look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And first we'll start with the back design. Well, you just seen that really nice and elegant and luxury looking tuck box. Then you get the back design. And it's kind of a little bit bland in my opinion. It's not like my favorite Theory11 back design ever. Because I was expecting, since you've seen that nice bright shiny tuck box, you would expect some nice colors, but then you open it up and it's just black and white. I'm not saying it's a terrible design choice, but it was just unexpected to see just a black and white here. Well, it's the same design you seen like on the front of the tuck box, just in that black and white colorway, and then you got those different language there at the top, and you got that kind of like oval kind of shape with a little bar going through. And then it is a mirrored back design with the standard white border going around here. Then you just got a bunch of other like borders going around. And then if you flip it over, it's the same design in both directions. Yeah, in both directions there. And now for the cards you get with the deck. Here we get two identical jokers, where it says Joker at the top there. Then you got two little circle designs in the corners there. And one of them is the Nomad logo. Then you got the little Joker character there. He's kind of like almost like a Pinocchio, because it says the simple fool. Then he has like a long nose like Pinocchio. And then he has the pointy ears, and he has a bird on his finger. And then there's a little banner down there, the ribbon banner. That's which said the simple fool. And then New York, NYC, USA, and Nomad Hotel. So two identical jokers. And then you got these two little extra cards. They both on the front. They both say the exact same thing. They're fully like inked. They're just both fully inked black cards. And they both say the Nomad Hotel, an evening of magic, mystery, and deception. For details and tickets, visit the nomadmagician.com. And on the back of this one, it says The Magician, Nomad Hotel, New York, New York. There's some gold metallic ink. And then on the back of this one, a little triangle that says Abracadabra, Abracadabra. And then it gets a little bit smaller and smaller, and then it says Nomad there in the middle. And then it gets a little bit smaller until it's just an A left. And then when you get to the custom Ace of Spades, it's a nice, elegant looking Ace of Spades there. You got the spade there in the middle, with a bunch of flowers going around a little border. You got the little keyhole there in the middle. You got the little circle kind of ribbon, or I guess more of a belt going around. And it says the Nomad of it says Nomad of New York, Theory 11 and Theory 11. You kind of got a floral kind of pattern going around. That says luxury playing cards, and then you got the A at the top with a little crown, and then you got the custom like little spade there, and then little font for the A there. And then the rest of the cards in the deck are just standard. So you just got pretty much just a standard deck after this point. And then you got the core cards, Jack, Queen, and King. Standard core cards for the design. Just the colorway is a black and red and metallic gold colorway for the core cards. Then you get to the diamonds. They're just like a darker red colorway, but still pretty. And then still standard diamonds. And the core cards once again in the black and red colorway with the gold metallic. And same thing for the clubs, same colorway. And the clubs are just standard clubs. And the hearts are the exact same thing, same colorway. And standard hearts in that slightly darker color, red colorway. And now that we took a look at the cards, time to test the handling. And first we'll start with the springs. And I gotta say, right out of the box, they're feeling pretty nice. They got a nice flex to it. Nice and bendy, no stiffness. No stiffness straight away, which is nice. It must be more of like a crushed stock because they're thinner, because they're easier to spring and like flex. And they're a little bit slippery and slidey, so you gotta be careful with that. But overall, they feel nice to spring. Now on to the fans. Well, as you can see, they spread pretty evenly. You can see most of the pips and numbers. There's no stickiness or clumpiness to the cards whatsoever. Now on to the Pharaoh. As you can see, they pharaohed pretty evenly. I didn't packet cut them right, but they still pharaohed pretty evenly. They unlocked the weave pretty nicely. Now for a giant fan of that back design. Now for that reverse Pharaoh. And they did not reverse fill as smoothly. I did have to like slide and push them together to get them to interlock and weave. They interlock and weave okay, not perfectly. Now for a giant fan of the faces. Now time for the riffle shuffle or bridge shuffle. Well, they seem to be pretty good for the riffle shuffles and bridge shuffles. They seem to be pretty smooth. So no real issues there. Now on to the packet cuts. Well, I just did the worm like super flawlessly there, like super fast. So the pad cuts are pretty nice and smooth. They work pretty nice. Not like overly slippery, but a little bit slippery from time to time. But no real issues there. Pretty normal packet cuts. So now time for the one-handed cut or Australia cut. And we were going smoothly. We didn't drop any cards until then, until just now. So there's a bunch everywhere. Okay, now that we're back, like I say, cards are cards, and cards can be dropped and slide out of your hands. And that's exactly what just happened to me. But anyways, we'll just carry right on. Now time for the dribble. As you can see, every time I try to do dribbles, like most of the time, the cards just want to go flying. Not all the time, but most of the time. I guess not like this way, but anyway. Well, the dribbles seem to be pretty smooth, other than the cards wanting to go flying. They seem to be pretty normal dribbles. And now time for the spread fan. If I don't drop the cards. At least you know the cards won't clump together. And they'll be pretty smooth for a long time. If they were wanting to slide on my hands that much. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, guys say, not a bad Theory 11 deck. The only thing I have to say about it is you got this nice, beautiful, shiny tuck box here. And then you open the deck and you just got a black and white background. I'm not saying it's a tail design, it's still pretty nice looking. It's just not what I was expecting when I opened it, to see a black and white deck. I was expecting a little bit of color to it, but it's still not bad. Theory 11 is still one of my favorite card companies out there, so I'm not going to hate them too much about it. And then you got the phases here, which is pretty much a standard deck. And then you got that nice use of metallic gold ink that Theory11 usually does for most of their core cards. And you got the custom Jokers here, which is pretty much the only custom thing in the deck. So overall, not a terrible design. Just unexpected is what is all. And then for the handling, which you saw, pretty nice and smooth. The cards are definitely slippery. They definitely tried to slide out of my hands multiple times. So nothing is too much to say about the handling. Pretty normal and average handling. Just really slippery cards. And for the design, pretty average design. Nothing overly crazy. Well, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. This has been day 240 of a daily deck review. This has been the Nomad Playing cards from Theory11, and I'm the Canadian Card Collector, signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.